Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you guys all had a great weekend. We got a nice slate for Monday, a nice 9-game slate. Pretty straightforward, so let's get right into it. Before we get started, please be sure to drop a like and make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. So we do have quite a bit of options at pitching today, especially at the top. You can decide between Scherzer and Kluber if you're going to be paying up really expensive. Scherzer's not in a great matchup against Boston, who one of the best offenses in the league. In a pretty good hitter's ballpark, I think that's a pass for me with Scherzer. 13-3 is just a really tough price to pay for me against a tough Red Sox team. Kluber, you get a great matchup against the Kansas City that has a really anemic offense. They do strikeout rates very low, but Kluber is just an elite pitcher. He's a good play at 12-5. But on this slate, I know that I want to be stacking up a lot of Indians against Jacob Junis, who's already given up 22 home runs this year. Junis just cannot keep the ball in the ballpark, as you see. He's given up 22 home runs in only 96 innings this year, which is just ridiculous. And he's going to face one of the most powerful offenses in the league in the Cleveland Indians. And the Indians are red hot right now, so I definitely want to stack up the Indians. So instead of paying up top at pitching, I'm going to go mid-range. Start off with Domingo Germán at 8,500. Now, Germán definitely hurt me a lot on the June 24th against the Rays, where he got negative 7.3, but he just didn't have his stuff in the beginning. I'm going to go right back to him in this spot. He has a long absence. He pitched one inning in relief against the Phillies, but in that inning he looked good. So, he still has great stuff. He has great strikeout stuff, we know that, and just he has as much upside as Scherzer does against the Red Sox, as Kluber does against the Royals, who don't strike out too much. He has had some big games against some tough opponents like Seattle, and he pitches a lot better at home in Yankee Stadium. He's just more comfortable with it. Batting average against extremely low, just 200. Whip really low. Tons of strikeouts, 47 and 37 innings pitched. And when he's on, he has electric stuff. So 8,500, we're getting a nice price for him. He's down $1,000 from his last price against the Rays, and it's a good matchup here on this slate. So I like Domingo Germán at 8,500. And the Braves, we all know that they kill left-handed pitching, but against righties, they are pretty average, maybe a little above average, but they're definitely not world beaters against right-handed pitching. So I like Germán at 8,500. Too much upside to ignore with that price tag. Just has a really high ceiling. Second pitcher is going to be Brent Suter at 6,500. He's just really consistent. Pitches 6-7 innings, gets you 15 plus pretty much every start. Upside in the 20s. Just really consistent here. Great matchup against the Twins. The Twins just cannot hit left-handed pitching at all this year. All their hitters really struggle against lefties. Dozier, who's supposed to be great a hitter against lefties, just having a horrible year against southpaws this season. As a team, they are ranked 27th in slugging percentage, just slugging .369 against lefties. And Suter is a above-average pitcher, does have good strikeout stuff for the price tag that he's only at 6,500. And he did have great success against the Twins in his lone start against them this year. Going 5 2/3 with 6 Ks, got you 23 DraftKings points. So we'll definitely take that if you can replicate that performance today at home. Now, starting off with the offense, I mentioned how much I want to stack up the Indians. I also do like the Yankees quite a bit here. So let's start off with third base with Jose Ramirez at 5,700. I mentioned how red hot the Indians are. Ramirez is just locked in at the plate. You see the game log that he's been just so many double-digit 20-plus DraftKings points performances lately. The last 10 games, he's hitting .343 with a .657 slugging percentage and gets to face Junis, who is giving up a ton of home runs to both sides of the plate. So I love the full Indian stack here. Probably just do 1 through 5 or 1 through 4. I'm not really concerned about lefties or righties because Junis has been equally bad to them, and the Indians do have just so much power. This year, Ramirez is hitting .290 with a .645 slugging percentage. Yes, .645. OPS is 1.063. He's absolutely smashing right-handed pitching this season. He's definitely expensive there, but on this slate, I do like him a lot at third base. Just has the highest ceiling and the highest floor of this matchup. Shortstop, let's go with his teammate, Francisco Lindor, who's been equally as hot as Ramirez. Last 10, Lindor's hitting .342 with 5 home runs. He's a lot better against left-handed pitching, but Lindor is just too hot right now that it doesn't really matter. He slugged 16 home runs against righties this year, 16 of his 21. Slugging percentage is well over 520, and it's just a great matchup against Junis here for Lindor, who is just on fire right now. So, I gotta like him a lot at shortstop. Outfield, we're gonna save some money with Brett Gardner at 3,700. Gardner is just a pretty safe play in this matchup, leading off against Anibal Sanchez. It's just too good of a matchup for Gardner to ignore. The Yankees are implied for a lot of runs here. At home, they usually always deliver when faced with an average pitcher. Gardner has always hit right-handed pitching well throughout his career, and this season's no different. Power numbers are way up against righties. Has a 402 slugging versus righties compared to just a 279 slugging versus lefties this year. And Gardner does have some speed at the top, and at home he hits a lot better with a 284 average. So I like Gardner a lot at 3,700. Allows you to save some money. And that other outfield spot, I'm going to pay up with Aaron Judge at 5,300. A couple things with Aaron Judge. I play him against right-handed pitching, and I play him at home. If you follow those two things with Aaron Judge, you'll usually fall on the right side of him because on the road he just cannot hit the baseball. 193 average, 386 slugging. At home in Yankee Stadium, he's absolutely killing it. 347 with a 707 slugging. That's numbers are ridiculous. Also has great numbers versus righties with a 293 batting average and a 606 slugging percentage. So Judge is obviously a reverse splits hitter because against lefties, he only hits 220 with just a 415 slugging. So at home against Sanchez, a righty. Great numbers for Aaron Judge here, and I love him in this spot. He's been pretty hot, too. He has 3 home runs in his last 10 games, so I think he can keep the power numbers going here. So there you have it. Those are the 6 guys I got for you all. Please be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and good luck today.